All right, Shy Time, we should be live now. This is Mouthpiece included. Without further ado, we had technical difficulties. Today, we're doing our weekly hot topics as normal. We got some great ones lined up for you. Pull up. I'm going to drop the link into the chat. And also, I'm going to drop the call-in number in the chat, too, if you want to chime in, chime. So, and when you do come around, make sure you don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. That's for sure. So stand by here as we cue the start of the show and take care of some business on our end here. And we appreciate your patience in this matter. Hey, sucker, wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are. Okay, that's interesting. All right, let's get it going with some fair use. Jesus.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
All facts. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and put it on all.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls?
Okay, I'm in my local Ralph's, and this happened.
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can
Man, why do they keep the honey around here? Excuse me, you know where the honey is?
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of
Cheese
girls?
Al. Who wants cheese head?
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan of the Bears.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls? The Bears!
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan of the Bears.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a...
Well, guys, let's go to the swimming pool. Let's go take a shower. Let's go water skiing.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
There he is.
Be sure to bring a towel so you don't get all wet.
That's right. Don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Yeah, buddy. Cue the music. Silverbacks in the building. Mouthpiece included. We're going to jump this thing off right here. Mouthpiece included. TATN, 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 mouthpiece included. All right, y'all, so in deference to the time, crunch, let's go ahead and jump this off. Y'all know the format, and if you don't, we're going to shoot through how about them Bears, how about them Bulls. We'll skim over some Cubs, Sox, quick hits. Weekly topics, weekly hot topics are included. And then, of course, the Bears, the 22 draft. We weren't involved in day one, but we had a lot of activity and came up on 10 prospects. So should be an interesting camp. We'll unpack that soon. And let's get the Silverback in the building. Jackie Robinson's finest. Ace is in the building. What up with it, fool? What say you?
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Thursday. And happy Bears draft. All of that. What's going on, my brother?
Cinco de Mayo. Mexican independence, no?
No. Mexican independence is in September. This was
All
a
right.
celebration of their culture.
Oh,
According to
okay.
the
All right.
pundits.
Hey, big ups to all the Latinx out there. Drink your cervezas,
For
whatever
sure.
you got. Yeah, whatever you got going on. You know, big night. TATN fireworks.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're getting some grilling done. So what's been going on in the shop, man? While you chatter, I'm gonna drop this link in the chat, bro. Let's give us some shot background.
Yeah. In the short times, there's been a little bit of non-spring weather, and of course the aiming of the crime downtown. So of course the city's up in a tether. And this week we had a distraction of the Cubs White Sox series, which we'll get to later. But everything's good in the shot. Baseball season's kicking off for the kids. They're getting out there, getting lathered up, ready to play some Little League baseball. Travel teams are playing. And just trying to emulate their heroes on the south and north sides that are playing that tough game of baseball. But everything's good here.
Yeah, it's always tough when it's 40 degrees outside and you're trying to hit a baseball, bro.
Yeah, with an aluminum bat, it's absolutely it's absolutely painstaking. At least with the woods, the cold weather isn't traveling through the damn bat.
Yeah. Either way, it stings. You gotta have a good pair of batting gloves, and then, catching the ball. You
Yeah.
got to be tough out there.
Yeah, you got to be focused. It's hard to focus when it's warm out there, but it'll be 40 degrees with the wind blowing up your nostrils and up your not non-melanated, but non-experienced legs and body playing in the colder elements. So, it's tougher with the younger kids. They put on one layer to keep themselves warm out there on the field. And then, by the time you get halfway through the game, they realize you should have 3 or 4 layers, but you do what you can for the kids.
Yeah, the kids always want to look cool and, don't want to have enough layers on. I wasn't that kid, boy. Once I figured out the magic of layers, I'm like, oh, bad out here at all.
Well, Joe used to play over there on the lakefront over there for Kenwood Academy High School, and there was no telling what was going to happen. It was either going to be warm, hot, or bitterly cold for those high school baseball games in April and May. And
yeah,
it was bitterly cold.
And what's that? Lake Park, I think Boulevard or High Park?
Like 47th and Cornell.
Man, that's like the coldest street. I used to be right over. Man, man.
It's the real deal.
Oh yeah, real deal, like Holyfield, bro.
For sure.
All day long.
You have to be a Chicago resident to understand the beauty of the lake and the torch of the lake, all in the same city.
Right, because in the summertime, you can get you a nice little cool lake breeze. It'd be cooler over there, It could be advantageous to be over there. Yeah,
you got cooler by the lake. But when you're cooler by the lake in the winter months, in the spring, you hate the lake. Especially unless you bring your own fire out there, which, a lot of people do. But hate it or love it, it's shot town, baby.
Yeah, and to all the shooters out there, stop the drilling, all right? Stop the drilling, all right?
Please do.
Use your words, or your hands, or your paws even if you have. But stop the drilling.
None of that. I mean, they're all over the place, man. The concern is that now that they moved, the concern was the people down on the Gold Coast in the business district, so they started to move the resources toward those areas again because the crime has increased. They don't have an answer. One of the aldermen is like, well, "Yeah, we're down 2,000 police officers. What do you think is going to happen?" It's just,
Yeah, well,
you got to make the city fun.
It's all a
You got to make
Republican
jobs.
dirty. It's all Republican dirty tricks. Defund all of them. I don't care if it's not one cop on the street.
Yeah.
Get rid of them. I'm not buying into this. You know what I mean? We can have 1 million cops and there'll still be crimes. There'll still be 800 murders a year in Chicago.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm just saying, bro. I mean,
remember
damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah. We were sure that you could be out on the lake all night, party all night, chill all night. Usually people were just chilling out on the water. Now we got this 10 o'clock crap.
Right.
Yeah, it's they spread out after they enjoy their day on the water, and next thing you know, pow, 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 bang, bang, bang. But if you had them on the lake,
they're shooting,
enjoying the water, you might have a little less stress.
I'm just adamant when I say, though, man, I don't want to say pigs, but more cops are not the answer. I'm sorry. I've seen enough of this.
Well, that's the Republican answer. Oh, no, let me not throw the parties in there, but that's the pink answer when, crime hits their neighborhood, that they need to be protected.
And
it's running rampant in our neighborhoods.
Yeah, and they get $100,000 jobs, and then they get the money off of the new jails that's built and everything. So it's all a money grab. You know, if they were talking about more teachers and more education and more coaches and more programs, baseball and math,
basketball,
STEM research, right.
Midnight league or weekend leagues to put all these kids in, or these guys that have nothing to do. Then you'd be talking to me. But just, we need more, cops on the street. It's definitely not the answer. Definitely jobs, industry, and, resources for the communities.
Yeah, it's old hat. But all right, man, let's go ahead and jump into it, fool. And everybody, I pinned the link in there if you want to pull up. Don't forget to if you want to slide through, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece out there. Also, we dropped the phone number in there, 424-900-6945. If you want to add your commentary, there could be a slight delay, but call on in. And when you call in, it's just like the radio. Cut the volume down so we don't get the reverb. All right. So let's jump into it, fella. Let's see here.
Yeah.
How about them Sox Cubs? Been hearing some stuff about the Cubs may be ready to start selling early and possibly trading all 4 of their starting pitchers.
I mean, come on. They sold out last year. Possibly, hopefully they would be looking to trade Hendricks to the south side to give the Sox another starter. I don't know what we would trade for him.
Prospects. We're prospect crazy. Cubs prospects.
Yeah, Theo's gone. But I mean, the Cubs and the Sox were in the same situation right at the beginning of their Crosstown Classic these last 2 days. And, the Sox had won a couple games from the Angels, who was a pretty hot team before they got to Chicago. And then the Sox took 2 out of 2 from the North Siders to hold up the prestige of the Crosstown Classic until they meet later on in this year. But it's tough. Baseball is tough here in Chicago. You got all these warm weather players trying to get it done in April and May in the city of Chi. So I look for the Sox to break out once we get our heat wave, which is supposed to start next week.
Yeah, I mean, so, the Chicago teams need heat. So you mentioned the Subway Series is kicked off. What's going on in that, fella?
2-0 White Sox to Cubs. There were some close games.
They on the south side or the north side?
They were up north, for this particular series, and then they go south later on in the season to complete the Crosstown Classic this year. But, Sox look pretty good. Pitching looked good, even for the Cubs. The pitching looked good, but, of course, they came out on the wrong side of the winning number again, facing the Southsiders. Yeah. So hopefully they can. Well, I don't know. Hopefully, the Cubs are looking to sell. So if they sell these guys, by the time they play the Sox again on the South side, you might see a repeat of what happened this week. White Sox got a few guys hurt.
Go ahead, bro. We've got.
Yeah, they got a few guys hurt, and they're trying to work back into the lineup in another couple weeks or within a month. And it was just a bad time for the Sox and the Cubs leading into the series, but the Sox seem to be rounding into shape as the weather increases from 40 to 50 degrees. We're looking at the 80s next week, so that's when the Sox bats get hot. Be ready.
All right. Well, let's give it some context. Right now, the Sox in the American League Central, they're 11 and 13. Mm-hmm. They're 3 games behind the Twins, who are 15 and 11. So it's a scrum, and they're in it.
It's early.
And they're 5-5 over their last 10, and then over there in the National League, the Cubbies, they've been falling like a leaf. Brew Crew are 18 and 8 in the National League Central. Cubs are 9 and 15. They're 8 games back, and 3 and 7 over the last 10. 3 and 7.
Wow. So I mean, you're looking at this is May, just the start of May, heading into June. If they're still playing sub 500 ball, what do you do?
I'd start selling now, man. I've never been,
yeah.
Took me long to pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? I told you when Derrick Rose hurt his knee the first time, I was like, he's out of here. Y'all thought I was crazy. Right. Man, he'd been out of that end.
Everybody's waiting for the MVP to round back into shape, and it happened for another team.
I sat there and watched Michael Jeffrey Jordan not blow no knee out, Pip, Rodman, all those guys. Grant wasn't the same when he started tweaking the knee, right? Walking Paper never had the knee, no.
Yeah. He was running the hills.
He what?
He was running the hills. His legs were well prepared for anything you can face out there on the AstroTurf of Soldier Field.
Yeah, I mean, I need you for 82 games. You can't be on the knee. I mean, hey, maybe that's harsh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you remind me of Red Auerbach. You be out there smoking a cigar. Like, we're just going to keep this machine rolling. You can take this guy and we're going to plug him in, plug somebody else in.
Plug somebody else in, man. Yeah. And why he has value.
Yeah, I mean, it's team ball. Yeah. Nobody acquires a Michael Jeffrey Jordan within their lifetimes all the time. They got a Larry Bird, but like you said, he wanted to pave the driveway in his mother's house. That's from him.
Talk about cheap.
Yeah. How freaking cheap can you be?
Man. All right, so we got Go Sox, Go Cubs. Let's push past that. All right, you got any Bulls facts? Anything going on? No, Levine still ain't signed no deal.
Yeah, we'll see them next season. No, I mean, Zach Levine says he wants to be courted by other teams. So I mean,
he wants to be courted like a little dumpster prom, baby. Like a little, He's got a
Chicago Bulls tramp stamp on his back, and whatever happens. I mean, hopefully the Bulls are hedging their bets with this guy. I think if if they sign him to the max or put an offer sheet out there, another team is really not much. I don't know about this unrestricted free agency. But you got to look at the fact that he came from Minnesota, ended up in Chicago via trade. So is he looking for warm weather? If he is, good.
we're offering the most. We can offer the most years and the most money. And again, he's gimpy.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
if you get he's having off-season knee surgery
correct.
again this year to get his knee corrected.
Right.
I would do the most I can, but leave a window open for somebody to take. I don't want to pay this guy $200 million.
I wouldn't even offer him a deal. You want to be courted? Go get courted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to get on the basketball court, get on the basketball court. That's different from being courted. I'm serious. I mean, I've never been too high on the guy. He had some flashes, but I always just thought, you know what I mean?
To me, his basketball IQ and his health doesn't garner $200 million.
No, it don't translate into W's.
I mean, I know they throw that money around like paper mache in today's NBA, but yeah, they can sign a free agent for that if they wanted to, or they can just work through the draft. I'd go work it. I'd send my scouts down to the D League, the G League, or whatever the NBA is called, and find me some guy that wants to play basketball and get paid.
Right. And like you said, and now you can get some deals because you don't use up all that money. So now maybe you could take some bricks off people that'll free up some money down the line. And by you signing their bricks, you can get some lottery picks and stuff out of that team. You can get, you know what I'm saying? But yes.
Right. They made the playoffs this year. So, they're not going to be a lottery team. So you got to find some players somewhere. I don't care where it is. You can find you another Luka Doncic or, wherever these guys are that you want to represent your team and build your team upon. You got to do it. I mean, I think the Bulls' biggest problem right now is outside shooting. You got DeRozan with the mid-range.
Well, Ball can shoot, but he's on the knee.
Yeah, he's on the knee. You got Levine that can shoot. He's on the knee. And he wants $200+ million. So,
but they're both too high yellow, too. I'm looking at that, and then they always hurt. You know what I mean?
No such thing as light skin. But they got to figure something out. You're waiting on Levine to come back from surgery, and you're waiting on the Ball kid to come back from surgery, and you're counting on them to run, 82 games plus the playoffs next year. Yeah, that's asking a lot. So
and their coach said something about they learned a lot. Like it's irreplaceable what they learned this year. As far as that playoff.
What they learned or what he learned, because he doesn't seem like a playoff coach to me. I alluded to Diesel last week, but it's he doesn't make adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, he did run into the defending champs, but it's no reason why they should have got the brakes beat off of them like that. And all season, they just weren't playing good against playoff teams. That's a red flag there.
I want to punch the defending champs in the mouth. If you're going to punch somebody in the mouth, it's got to be the defending champs. How the hell are you going to make it out of the first round if you're sitting there letting them put the banana up your tailpipe every night with the same damn player who can't shoot free throws?
Yeah, but you see these flagrants they're calling. And that brings me to NBA playoff updates, bro.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We can talk
go ahead. I'm going to pull up the brackets, do some bracketology. But go ahead.
That what flagrant did I see? It was the Luka Doncic, the Larry Bird of Europe flagrant that he got against Crowder. When Crowder changed direction in the air and accidentally, kneed him in the groin, and they looked at it and took it from a common foul to a flagrant because his Larry Bird of Europe got touched. And you watch those games he's playing, and my gosh, anybody gets close to him, it's a damn foul. like he's Michael Jordan.
Yep.
I mean, close to him in any way. If the ball bounces off his leg, you fouled him. If you breathe on him incorrectly, it's a foul. I've never seen anything like this since MJJ, and you're gonna get this guy this.
Self Love just texted me. He said, "Why is my camera off?" I don't know. Self Love. I think we finally been hacked because we had major issues. It's off on the. My camera's off, Ace, on the. On the YouTube.
Yeah, it was off. Then the file new pi symbol came up, and then it's still off now.
Well, so you can't see me either, Ace. Right
As
now?
of about a minute ago, no, I can't see you now.
Wow. Yeah, there's been some sort of hack here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you go ahead and you keep things going, and I'm gonna log out and log back in. But my internet's been acting like super laggy all day, man.
Yeah.
Get this back to you.
Yeah.
All right. All right, go ahead. I'll be right back.
Come on back. But going back to the Luka Doncic, fouls and flagrant fouls and breathing on this guy, I haven't seen anything like this for quite a long time. I really don't like the NBA and, the fouls they call and all this going to the TV screen. Yeah. Okay. He touched him. Okay. He looked like he wanted to touch him. He had 1 foot out of the lane, but 1 foot in the lane. Hold on. Let's converse. Flagrant foul. He looked like he wanted to breathe on Luka Doncic. Flagrant 1. The other team gets the ball out of bounds. Break. I mean, it's ridiculous what's going on.
Yeah, I saw some touchy fouls too, and even the pundits are going crazy. Yeah, he should have been ejected. I'm like, ejected? He should have gotten a raise. That was a good hard playoff foul. Like,
right. What's going on in the playoffs?
Man, playoffs? Are you kidding me right now? I gotta make sure I keep. Yeah, bro. I appreciate you pointing that out, Self Love. My internet's been crappy. It was crappy last show on the Self Love show, but I thought it was Self's internet. Yeah, we did that Asian hate show, so yeah, the Asians are probably hacking. So,
you should have used a different title.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so now we got I told you, bro, that Golden State Warriors Memphis series was gonna be the most exciting series this round, man. They balling out.
Oh yeah. That first game was outstanding. And the second game.
Man. Yeah. Because you got that Ute against that experience.
Yeah. But they're a pretty evenly matched team with that Ute and the athleticism versus the experience and the light-skinned thugs. So
with the ponytails. Yeah, Memphis ain't scared.
No.
They're not intimidated by them.
No. I mean,
speaking of flagrants, did you see Draymond's ejection? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
I forgot. Go ahead. No, I didn't see the ejection. I saw that he was ejected and he came out hugging his teammates after the 1-point victory of game 1.
Yeah, talking crap. Talking about I told you. What are you talking about? You told who what? Right.
Yeah. You're going to get kicked out of the game.
But in the first game, bro, did you think that but even Ja ain't complaining, but I thought he got fouled on that left hand shiver he threw up at the end. I thought the playoff man, dude pushed him and rolled him out of bounds.
Play. I mean, if you're calling that crap the whole damn game, you gotta call it on the last play. It's hard for me to watch this playoff basketball. coming from the Michael Jeffrey Jordan era versus the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. To watch this crap they're rolling out there for playoff basketball now, even though they changed the rules. But hey, it is what it is. It's 2022.
All right, you still got Golden State in that series, huh?
Yeah. Because I had them going to Western Conference Finals, right? Yeah. And I was riding with the Bucks, even though they got pummeled last night by the Celtics.
But what's his name's son?
Gary
for
Payton?
Golden State. Yeah. He got hurt on a non-flagrant. That was called a flagrant too. It's a playoff foul.
It's the new era of basketball. I can't agree with that. The guys going to the hole.
Here's the thing: season they let each other have those layups, and so now they don't even know how to fall. Yeah, they don't even know how to fall no more. They don't expect to even get. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why this crap is unwatchable for me. I mean, you got a guy playing someone, and he'll cross him, maybe, or just make a shimmy and go straight to the hole and just rise up, and nobody will challenge him from dunk.
Hold on. Even if he does the cross and the shimmy, the other 4 players on his team start shimmying and dancing, and players still going. It's like watching the Globetrotters. They shimmying and dancing because somebody did that. It's like, I'm serious. I'm like, man, what are they doing? Like, man, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the defense is just standing there and watching it like, man, ooh, I hope you're not on Sports Center.
Yeah. Right. It's like a bunch of little kids out there, bro, at the rec center or something.
Like
but you was talking about, us at Impy, but you was talking about that series Milwaukee, and your boy, man, don't look like he coming back. According to coach, he ain't gonna be back probably to the finals on Milwaukee.
Middleton?
Yeah. Mr. I'm gonna be back in the next series. Now they're saying maybe the Eastern Conference Finals, but more than likely to be the NBA Finals. I don't see them getting to the finals if he don't come back.
Well, the knee injury. I mean, Milwaukee's got to go back to the film and keep finding a way to punish them with Giannis. But you're talking about the Boston Celtics. Even if the current coach doesn't know what the hell he's doing, it's gonna somebody to call. Like, you can't let this guy just keep getting to the hole and dunking the damn ball. You got to foul him or double team him or get the ball out of his hands or do something. So I believe that's what they did in the second game, and we'll see what will happen in Game 3 in Milwaukee. Coach will be there.
You guys are devaluing Middleton.
Not really. I mean, he got him to the championship last year. I wouldn't say that. Yes, they need him, but they've shown that they can. If a team's dumb enough not to get the ball out of Giannis's hands, then they don't need Middleton. But you got to get the ball out of Giannis's hands and make those other guys beat you. What's the guy that beat the Bulls? Grayson Allen. They was letting them get 5-6 3-pointers a damn game.
Yeah, he got crossed up by I forgot, and then that's when they did the shimmy. Somebody crossed him up, and he fell, and his teammate, instead of cutting to the basket or getting back on D or trying to crash the boards, shimmying after that. He crossed Grayson Allen. I'm like, man, these cats are crazy. It's like a bunch of Globetrotters. Curly Neal out there.
Yeah, they're gonna pay you $10 million to sit on the pitch and come out there and shimmy. So
the coaches don't have any pride. You wouldn't be shimmying during the play on my organization.
Especially when you're getting your ass kicked by 20 or 30 damn points.
Yeah. All right, but how about so you're sticking with Milwaukee in light of the fact that your boy ain't gonna be back?
I stick with them to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah.
Right, he's got to be back, man. He's got to be back because Philly, your boy is hurt. Embiid, they can't blame the Kardashian curse this year. You got the beard. They're
don't know.
down 2-0. They're gonna mess around. I think they're gonna get swept, bro.
She might have, went to dinner with Embiid at the Kardashian house, and next thing you know, yeah,
there's something going on emotional.
yeah. I mean, they just reported today that your guy Ben Simmons needs back surgery.
Yeah, like okay. So why'd you wait all year to decide this?
Why am I supposed to believe this?
That's the momager. Something's going on.
Yeah,
It's all psychological, man. They say when you're under stress, you can get back pain, and
yeah. Next thing you need surgery. You need somebody cutting your back open and trying to figure out what's going on.
supposedly, because the back and the neck, when you're claiming whiplash, nobody could discount if you're feeling back pain or not.
Yeah, he can still dunk.
Yeah, but he can't shoot.
I don't think the surgery is gonna help that.
So Phoenix is up 2-0, man, and your boy is back, right? The man on their team.
Devin Booker, Chris Paul. Yeah,
he's been on minutes limit.
Well, they had some tough games at home playing against Luka.
Okay.
So it's a matter of what the league wants to do. I think the league will probably want to go 6 games, Phoenix and Luka. Luka brings the ratings up across the world. So you're probably looking at 6 games. But I still see him making it to the Western Conference Finals. And who else was supposed to play? Golden State. So, yeah, I'm still confident about Miami, Milwaukee, Golden State, and Phoenix. I'll stick with those. We'll see what happens.
All right, sounds like a good pick, and too bad the Bulls ain't involved. Too bad the Bulls ain't involved no more.
Yeah. I think I hate to say it, but they may need a coaching change.
I'm gonna stick by the coach. I'm gonna stick by the coach for another season, and see what they can do. I mean, I don't think it was just X's and O's. I just don't think it was X's and O's this year.
I know it's a personnel problem as far as rebounding, but
they were hurt.
Rodman's not coming back, and I don't think he's a wartime consigliere. He's a regular season coach.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, how many seasons has he had here?
He's had a couple here. He had a few in OKC where he didn't get it done in the playoffs.
So this is his second season in the Chi?
Second or third, yeah. I believe it's
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was his first season. That's why I was like, I'll give him another year. But if he's had more than 1 year, then I'm not going to defend this guy. All right,
I can see that, the injury aspect of Ball being not available, but
all of them.
I mean, come on, you got to develop the other guys on the team, or you got to, something's got to change.
All right, let's move on, man. We got Stephen A. Kuhn, with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Stephon Marbury called him a sellout.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen A. has really ratcheted it up, bro. Like,
yeah, but he's got the platform. I mean, these guys are speaking their mind on Instagram or Twitter, on the platforms they have, and he's so confident because he can always come back and do a 6 to 10 minute segment on ESPN, spewing the nonsense of the coonery at any time that he's backed up by the network. So,
Oftentimes he's sitting there, just like Kwame said, he's sitting there and they got a white boy across from him who ain't saying nothing.
Right.
And they just watching him coon it up.
Yeah.
That's why your boy left the show. Max.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Max was looking at him like this mother sucker, and they finna pay him more money than me. I'm the frick out of here. But yeah, I don't really talk about. I don't like talking about him. I hate, even the clips that we gotta watch with him, disparaging Stephon Marbury or Kyrie Irving.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You can't watch that shit no more.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't want to come to work. Yeah, he wants to work as little as possible. He's lazy. He's shiftless. Come on, man.
Right. When the man didn't want to take the jab, and the team that he played for is the only city that banned their own players. Here's what I'm saying, bro. All right, let's from Yahoo. Former NBA player Stephon Marbury is calling out Stephen A. after the ESPN pundit made critical remarks about Kyrie. Marbury went to Twitter to respond to Smith, who bashed Irving, saying, "We are witnessing one of the most delusional athletes in American history." And so Marbury said, "We are witnessing one of the biggest Uncle Toms on the planet in Stephen A. Smith." That was Marbury. That's what he said. And Smith later responded to Marbury, and he always says this: "I'm not going to insult Stephon Marbury. I will say Stephon Marbury has had a problem with me since '09 because we thought he was a bit bizarre when he was eating Vaseline, literally on video like it was a bunch of cheeseburgers." Smith and some other media figures have been critical of Irving, who missed most of the season because he didn't want to follow New York's vaccine mandate. Critics also blame the NBA star for being a distraction to the Nets, who lost in the first round playoff series against Boston. Irving has been speaking out against the media's attitude towards black athletes. "I send shots at the puppet masters, not the puppets. All puppets do is run around society trying to gain popularity and state opinions. What a life. My name is worth billions to these media corporations. My brothers and sisters who deal with this know exactly what I mean." According to Outkick, Marbury continued to speak out against Smith. "I'm starting to think Stephen A. Smith thinks he's a star for speaking the English language loud and obnoxious on television. I truly believe he's upset that he couldn't play ball in front of 19,000 people every night, so he reverted towards targeting or bashing people who look like him, who have true intentions on earth to be real and authentic towards helping people."
Yeah, I mean, when these particular articles or statements by these different athletes versus Stephen A. Coon came out, you mentally it just shifted me back to pictures of Jim Brown and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X and all these great athletes being in a room. And could you imagine this clown coming out saying, hey, they're standing up against these civil rights atrocities, and coming up against Muhammad Ali. Yeah, he just doesn't want to fight because if he really wanted to fight, he would induct himself in the army and do what it takes to be the world championship fighter. He wouldn't speak up against the United States Army and the draft and what the WBC or whatever the organization that had his belt was doing. So I find it harder and harder to talk about this guy at all. It's tough.
It's very tough, man. And that was a great take, actually. And you do look at it, does kind of feel like that, exactly like that, bro. Yeah, that's a great take. That's food for thought. And I mean, I'm looking at Stephen A. and you would think I watched him. I get the little clips on YouTube, and he said I don't really watch him, but it's just. So he said, "That's why I keep real brothers around me, like Keyshawn Johnson." And he started mentioning all the other semi-coons on the show who were
It
just
worked for
there for
ESPN.
yeah, it was just there for a check, right, and they would tell me, if I'm wrong, or maybe they would allow you to embarrass yourself. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they do try to tell him from time to time. He sits there and talks aloud and debates them, and you know.
Yeah, I'm right. I know I'm right because the other side of my brain tells me I'm right, and I can say what I want. I got black friends,
and I'm making $10 million a year, whatever it is.
He
He is to the black community with as far as he's no different than Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guarantee you, Stephen A. walks around with top flight security wherever he goes now.
Well,
because he can't put him up. You know what I mean? If he ran up on Stefan without no security, he couldn't put him up. So I guarantee.
Let me touch you, brother. Let me touch you, brother. Over there. Let me touch you.
Right. Maybe you can come on my show and I can get you a check, and he weasels out of it.
Yeah, we can talk on the show anytime you want to.
Yeah, that's what he always say.
Yeah, that's probably his is out. We can talk on the show. We can get this figured out on my show.
You know how much security they got at ESPN? Of course he wants to talk. You want to talk man to man, you come on my show, we can talk face to face. No, we can do it like men do. We can meet outside in the alley if you really want to talk.
If you want to party.
Right. Yeah, but here we go. So, I hear you, though, man. He's tough to watch, man. I checked out a while back.
Yeah.
I remember I was telling my brother, like, this guy. And he's like, man, I stopped watching him like 2 years ago, for that reason. Like, it becomes too much. You just, right.
Like, I mean, if you want to be a movie star, your next step is to go into movies. He's made a couple appearances in movies, like Think Like a Man.
Soap operas. He's been on soap operas,
Yeah, I mean, why? Just go that route. But, don't downgrade the culture just to make yourself, greater or higher than the next man. It's a battle we've been fighting for 400 years. You want to come and degrade it and say, yeah, look at my black friends. They'll back me. They understand. Come on, man. You know what you're doing.
You got to know what you're doing, man. If you're from Brooklyn or wherever he claims to be from, right? He's got it, right, bro. He's got to know what he's doing. And then he just sits there, as the only black man sitting here, I think you ought to shut up.
Right.
At this point, But small ups to Stephen A. We'll push on. So today's show, and we'll get there, our hottest topic is the Bears draft in 22. We're getting there. We're approaching it. But Trevor Bauer, bro. Babe bashing Bauer. 324 game suspension. We covered him on this show.
Yeah. He mustn't have any friends in the MLB. Or he must have a black lawyer, taking care. Yeah, we did cover the rapeless burger of Major League Baseball. And I guess they brought the hammer.
Well, he didn't get criminal charges because he's got text messages between him and the alleged victim.
Uh-huh.
And I guess some text came out with her or some tweets or whatever to her friend talking about, we're about to be rich. I'm going to,
Yeah. You're a pseudo clown.
Yes. But no, she said it before the alleged incident happened. I'm going to get him to be real physical and then sue him. Right.
Yeah. Well, maybe she just knew his MO and he fell right into it. And now it's time to cash in. I mean, if you got a certain behavior with every female that you meet, you're easy mark. And apparently he was. But yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be his lawyer. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
But 324 game suspension, bro.
I mean, is it days or games? It's days, right?
Games.
Games. So that's what?
Yes. 2 full
Wow.
seasons.
That's 2 seasons. Yeah.
And he's what, 30 or something now, and he ain't pitched in a year and a half already. I mean, that's his career is over.
Yeah. Unless he goes to Japan.
True. Or Cuba or something. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Keep that arm lively. He might be able to come back after, missing 3 straight seasons and be the old crusty veteran. Cubs will sign him up.
Yeah, okay.
Let him run around Wrigleyville with all the drunk people walking around there.
With his Trump flag in his back window. Pickup truck, yeah. Yeah, they'll sign him easily.
Yeah, man. I thought it was 324 days too.
Wow.
They kept saying 2 seasons.
Wow.
Major League Baseball was pissed about something.
So Major League Baseball investigation found something now. You know what? No matter what the girl, the young lady, tweeting. Or had the evidence they have against her, they know something. And it's probably the background evidence or the previous incidents he's had with women that was going to come out in the civil trial. So it'll probably be a settlement like it normally is. She'll go away. He'll go away. And we'll pick the story up in 2 years when he's eligible to come back and pick again in Major League Baseball.
Man, that's one less arm for the Dodgers, man. They were steady winning, winning without him. All right, so, who cares about the Dodgers? All right, Hope Solo, Han Solo's great granddaughter, DWI, went to rehab. Bro, have you heard her history? She used to be the goalie for the U.S. team.
No.
Bro, this ain't her first run-ins, man. It's weird how we don't hear about this stuff, because if she was Shaniqua on the track team, smoking a little reefer, they've been all over the place.
All over the world, news and media,
Yeah. Her husband or baby daddy, I think it was husband, they was driving around drunk, and he caught the DUI. She had some other issues too. I'll pull it up. But it's funny how they cover this up. But now, so she got caught, bro, with the baby in the car this last time. With the baby in the car, sleep at the wheel.
Oh my God.
And so now she's going to rehab. It seems disingenuous when you want to go to rehab, after you catch the case.
Yeah, well, it's just a legal ploy to show you tried to adjust the problem or tried to do something to help yourself stay out of jail. It's commonly practiced and accepted by lawyers and judges, depending on how big the bag is around the country. So, that's what she chose to do.
Okay, they said she's going into she is voluntarily entering an inpatient alcohol treatment program.
Yeah.
And requested that her induction into the National Hall of Fame be postponed. Oh, yeah. How about you don't get to request that? How about you ain't going in?
Right. Yeah.
Solo was arrested on March 31st after she was found passed out behind the wheel of a vehicle in North Carolina with her 2-year-old twins inside.
Oh, my God.
Probably on them pills, too. It don't just be alcohol.
No. I mean, because, she's on probably everything. It might be painkillers, psychedelics, the shrooms.
Allegedly.
But, you got to be pretty much out of it to get in the car with your minor children, your babies.
Yeah, the twins.
Drive somewhere. Yeah.
So she contacted the Hall of Fame and respectfully requested a postponement.
Yeah.
Hello?
Who's this? Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
just about to call you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Hold on, please. Yeah, we got Solo on the phone. She says she doesn't want to accept the Hall of Fame nomination as of right now. Okay. Yeah, tell her we'll call her back next week, and good luck with everything.
But now, hey, it was so dangerous for the kids. They found her in a parking lot
Yeah.
in North Carolina, but the engine was running, and the two children was in the back seat. That's what makes it dangerous. You know, the kids could have came up missing.
Yeah.
She was charged driving while impaired, misdemeanor child endangerment, and misdemeanor resisting arrest after she refused, to get out of the car. She also refused the field sobriety test, which results in automatic suspension of her license. She can get an Uber.
Yeah, she's got a lawyer. That's the first thing to tell you to do, especially when they know you drive around drunk and high all the time. They're like, hey, if they ever catch you, refuse the test.
Yeah, you probably got the pills in your system.
Yeah.
Solo enjoyed a stellar career for the U.S., but controversy was rarely far away. She was suspended for 30 days in 2015 after she and her husband, Jeremy Stevens, were pulled over in a U.S. soccer-owned van, and Stevens was charged with DUI. Solo was also arrested following a domestic violence incident with family members in 2014, which we didn't hear about, although those charges were eventually dropped. Solo's career also saw her clash with the U.S. Soccer Federation as well as coaches. She was benched by then manager Greg Ryan in 2007 ahead of the World Cup semifinal against Brazil. Following the U.S. team's 4-0 defeat, Solo made comments questioning the decision that were also interpreted as criticism of her teammate Brianna Scurry. I don't know if she was black or what. Following the U.S. team's elimination from 2016 Olympics in Brazil, Solo called the Swedes cowards for their defensive tactics that saw the Swedes eventually prevail via a penalty shootout. She was dismissed from the team shortly thereafter. Solo made 202 appearances for the U.S. and was part of the World Cup winning side in 2015. Yeah, it's funny how they keep all of that up under the brush all of that up under the shield.
Yeah, because she doesn't give a damn. And it's the U.S. and it's women's soccer.
Yeah, but where was Stephen A. Smith? Why didn't he go on a tirade about this?
Yeah, it didn't cross his desk. Didn't cross his desk.
And that's what his dissenters are complaining about, that he doesn't. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it didn't cross his desk, so he didn't hear about this. He's
his all white KKK research team, because he can't read it right. They talk about how smart he is and how he uses these words. You know what I mean? He went to Bumble Shrimp University, Jumbo Shrimp U, and I mean, seriously, bro, fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to disparage someone of the melanated, but this guy has given his soul to soul to
Bro, you might as well have Uncle Ruckus on ESPN. That's what it's coming down to.
I think that's where he got his character from, or vice versa. This guy's an idiot.
He don't want to work.
He don't want to work. Look at him. He's shiftless, lazy, and you want to pay him $30 million next year? No way. You can be giving me that damn money.
That's what he be talking about. He gonna get his check. He talking about Simmons. He ain't gonna have no problem picking that check up. I'm like, man, why you pocket what? Like, you can't be doing that. You supposed to be coming from the hood. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy this brother's making money. Right.
He's a professional athlete. If his back is hurting, if he's mentally strained, and he needs to take a season off to figure it out or get some help or therapy. Why aren't you talking about that? Helping athletes. I mean, you can go into the Simone Biles incident and tie both of them together and run a story. You don't have to, talk about his pocket and him making money. You can talk about the stress on these melanated athletes to perform at the highest level, no matter what's going on in their damn life. But to come out and he's not gonna have any problem picking up that check.
But he be saying the amount too. But the KKK, his KKK writing team, like you said, they're never bringing that across his desk. Like Stephen A. don't do no research. He don't do none of that, man. And those tips he get from those NBA players, that's the KKK hacking computers and hacking cell phones and getting them that information. He ain't doing nothing, man. I'm telling you.
Going to the strip club, having
Yeah.
dinner at Shay Shay, and
Yeah, but he's having men are
just
stripping for him. White men are stripping for him. He ain't, All right.
You want
Allegedly.
that 30 million, don't you? Yeah.
Allegedly.
Let me run this. Rub his oil on your back.
All right, man. We had a no tipping Pippin sighting there, fella. And
is
he's
he still around?
Dude. Yeah, he's still around. That dude is weird, bro. He did his all-time starting five. You have any idea what his all-time starting five is?
Yeah, who cares? It's probably him and his cousin, his son.
Well, he definitely said he definitely listed himself first. But go ahead.
He's probably got Cap in there, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, and let me see what else he would put in.
Well, this shows you how big of an idiot he is, because he went on record saying, LeBron's better than Jordan, right?
Oh yeah, LeBron, yeah.
But here's his team. I will take myself, Michael Jordan, Magic. He said, give me Charles Barkley. Then he said Shaq. And then he said, no. You know what? Get rid of Barkley and give me Giannis. He said, it's Giannis at the 4, then give me Shaq at the 5. Not a bad team. But how do you say that Jordan's not the GOAT and you say Kobe and LeBron and then he ain't on your 5? Ace?
Yeah, in the top 5.
You think Jordan's people finally caught up with him?
No, I mean I don't think Jordan's really concerned about Pippen. They're just gonna let him destroy himself, which he's doing a great job of doing. His bourbon, the digits bourbon, and his book, and his disparaging of his teammate. I think a better strategy would be to I can put these damn Pippins back out in Nike on the Jordan brand, and we can go golfing and smoking cigars, and kicking it instead of attacking money, and then trying to put them in your top 5 basketball teams of all time.
I think he needs some psychological help, no tippings, because this guy's all over the place. Maybe he needs to check in with Hope Solo or something.
Probably needs to talk to Russell Wilson, because that future effect on people's
yeah. He ain't been the same since.
Yeah. So
his future was sitting in his seat at the NBA game in the house that him and Jordan built, or the house that Jordan built. Damn it.
Yeah. I mean.
All right. Yeah. All right. Small ups to Pip.
Big small ups to Pip. I don't. Is he still live? Yeah, he's got a house here. Might as well move, man. You already know there's no tipping Pippen. And this Michael Jordan run has really made you a non-Chicago.
Yep. All right, so now we got Sage Steele, man, and big ups to Sage Steele. She went on Jay Cutler's podcast, which I didn't know existed. And I'll tell you something, Jay Cutler is actually, if he's good at one thing, it's not throwing the football, but he has a nice little podcast going. And Sage Steele went on there, and she made some comments about Obama. She said she don't know why he's identifying as black when he ain't never seen his daddy. And then,
saw a picture of him.
Yeah, she said it in a cleaner way than that. But then she also said, she thought that the forced jabs was anti-American, right? So on the strength of that, what's his name? Ryan Clark. He's in my frat, but he decides he doesn't want to go on air with her again. And eventually she got fired. So now she's suing ESPN, bro. Any commentary on this?
She's suing him too. He's part of the lawsuit.
No, he's been named as, probably a witness or something. She ain't going after his money. She's going after ESPN. She said because, she was just flexing her freedom of speech.
Right.
She got fired. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, she has the absolute right as a journalist to exhibit her freedom of speech. And, hey, depending on the contract she had with ESPN, they don't know some of the clauses they be signing, but they know the clauses they make you sign. So, depending on
they have you sign about 100 pages, and by the time you get to that 100th page, that's where all the fine print is. You wore out.
Yeah. So, so hopefully she has a well-versed attorney in her contract, and they can figure out where, the downfall of the network was that them in position to want to fire her. Hey, you're
But it was funny, man. Cutler, when he started out, he was like, I got some questions for her. He's like, and he's like, you guys know I don't, try to get anybody lose the jobs or anything like that. He said he don't get too controversial.
That was a kiss of death.
He said he will ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? And she just was speaking freely. But you got to check out that interview, Ace. I was actually impressed by her, man. And she talked about her plight. She's kicking in Chicago, man. She lived in Indiana for a while, and she's kicking in the Chi. So.
I'll check it out. I got I want to check out Cuddy. He was such a butthole here in Chicago. I'd be interested to see him.
Yeah, Cuddy's interesting. He's
as an interviewer / podcast or whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can get Cuddy on the show, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's damn good. Look, I would watch him before I watch Rogan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take some time while I'm down in Miami, maybe, and watch him while I'm in the pool or something. See what Cuddy got.
And anybody suing ESPN, they got my support, because I'm pretty sure they're run by the Triple K or the alt-right.
The conglomeration of ESPN and Disney and whatever, and everything else they own, ABC and
Yeah, their name should be BSPN.
Actually, it is in Britain.
Oh, okay. It's funny though. Because Cuddy and Sage were talking about how they used to watch it. Cuddy even said it ain't the same like it was, and he's right. It ain't the same like it was, bro. When it started. It was all
in the dorms. They show anything, any sports.
It was about the sports, man, and everybody on there knew sports. They wasn't just putting pretty faces or handsome faces on there reading the script. People were doing dresses. Work. Yeah,
tight pants.
Cutting off legends while they spoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got access to all these damn Hall of Famers, and you put them on your program, and you don't want to hear anything they say. You put them up against a guy that's yelling for 30 damn minutes to do his show. Right.
Got them debating somebody who ain't ever laced them up. Here we go, though, man. How about them Bears? We're going to start Diesel. I'll be happy to hear it. Nick Foles got released. I just don't know why they would cut this guy, Ace, and they could have gotten a third or, held on to him to midseason to somebody who was desperate for a quarterback, and they could have probably got a second or a third round pick.
At least a first round pick.
Well, he said it. He claims he never said that.
Okay. Allegedly. But, the Bears were looking for, the rumors are that they're trying to bring RG3 into the fold to, I guess, back up Justin Fields.
I would have had RG3 4 years ago. I've been saying this, bro.
Yeah, but there's some idiots running the team. They were looking for the second coming of Patrick Mahomes when they had a chance to draft Patrick Mahomes. Dropped the draft pick, could have got more picks, and would have been sitting pretty, and they would have never had to give up the picks they did.
Or they could have got the masseuse guy, Deshaun Watson.
Oh yeah, they were all just sitting there waiting for him. I mean, Patrick Mahomes at the time was, let's say, unproven as far as the big names. But you got a guy Watson who had been to a couple straight championship games. No interest.
And then we picked a quarterback who only started in 12 games in college and 12 games in high school.
Yeah,
seriously. This guy only started his senior year in high school. That should have been red flag number one. Yeah. And his senior year in college. Total no experience. So So if you're gonna go with somebody who's unproven, you might as well go with the guy with a legacy, whose parents are both professional athletes.
Yeah. I mean, that's just our mentalities. You got lineage, and you got on the field proven with the other guy. So instead, you want to move up ahead of a team that wasn't even going to draft this clown.
The other guy's coach said, that Watson's coach said, this guy's the second coming of Michael Jordan. You're in the city where Michael Jordan made his legacy.
No interest.
When I heard that, I was like, man, I want Watson.
Yeah. Well, I wanted him going into the draft. Even, especially when the Bears were drafting where they were drafting, and it came down to they had the choice of quarterbacks. But to move up to draft a guy who started 1 year at a basketball school.
And the spot they took was somebody who already had a damn quarterback.
Right.
Like
gave up draft pick.
They wasn't gonna draft a quarterback, and if they did, they wasn't gonna draft the one we got.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been the time to fire that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got a difference of opinions. We wish Ryan Pace good luck in whatever he's going to do in the future. And yeah.
Well, they said that they did Nick Foles a favor by releasing him. It also helps the Bears too, because now possibly he can get picked up by Diesel. Somebody who's running an organization, and
they'll get a compensatory pick or something.
No, they're not getting nothing. And want to have a statue? No, they're not getting a compensatory pick. They get them off their books. That's it. They did him a favor because, you know what I'm saying? I think by the time they cut him, it helps another team pick them up by cutting them at the time they did. If something they were saying in the article.
I mean, but they should have released him last year. If that clown, Coach Enware had no intentions of playing him unless, he was forced to. They should have cut him last year.
He's a statue. You might as well go to Grant Park and pull one of them statues out of there and stick it back there.
I mean, especially the fact you had no offensive line to protect them, and you're running these 7 and 9 step drop schemes. He had absolutely no chance of succeeding. And then when he got in the game, he won the damn NFL game, and then you didn't want to play him the next week. So you're dealing with an idiot as coach.
Facts. Well, we're running the the Denver Broncos zone offense. So we got the zone blocking. It's going to be a lot of moving of the pocket. So you're going to have a quarterback who can, get outside the pocket and not stand back there like a statue.
Yeah, I mean, you got a decent running game. Hopefully the Bears bring the fullback back into the fold through, free agency or unsigned draft picks, whatever they got going on up in Alice Hall. But as I said a few weeks ago, this is a 2-year at least start to this project because of the mess that Ryan Pace has left the draft board in and our draft picks in.
Yeah, and I don't think it'd be nice to see a fullback, but I don't remember Denver having one. And they're running Denver's old offense when they had Terrell Jackson.
I believe they did. I'll go back and look at the tape. He
Yeah.
wasn't a integral part of the offense, but when you're running, heavy jumbo or power, I think they did. They either bring in that fullback or the H back.
Yeah, for short yardage, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we want to do some. Well, go ahead. You had some more commentary on that.
Well, I was just going to shift into the guys that they picked up. All of these.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's where we're going. Go ahead.
Armchair GMs and armchair, offensive line and offensive coordinators around the city of Chicago were very despondent about the Bears not picking up any wide receivers in that second round with those 2 picks they had. But like I said a couple of weeks ago, this is it's a project that can't be fixed right away. You let Fuller go for salary cap reasons before the season last year, and they got butt rate in the secondary all season. Even if you counted on that pass rush that you got with the record-setting sack numbers out of Robert Quinn, you still need a secondary. You need some help at safety, and you need some help at cornerback. So they addressed that in the draft, and even the new GM.
Well, they got in our first pick in the second round.
Yeah,
was this Jaquan Brisker? He's 48 overall.
Yeah,
and he's from Penn State.
Is he?
No, he was our second pick. Kyler Gordon was our first pick at 39.
Yeah, guy out of Washington.
Yeah, out of Washington. He's the cornerback. And this other cat is like a Swiss Army knife. He's a nickel guy and return guy, but he's an athlete.
Well, I think it was the fact that we needed another safety. And, our current safety with the big contract, he played his best ball with a Penn State safety playing opposite him. So, hopefully it's a return to glory for Eddie Jackson. And, they show up the secondary with the second round pick, Gordon, opposite Jalen Johnson for, the Bears. But, they needed help in the secondary immensely. So,
well, to your point, all the scouts said that he did a great job, with this draft, but the armchair, GMs and scouts, like you said, wanted the flashy wide receiver or the lineman or whatever. But they said that those guys were so talented to be left there at that pick that he would have been a fool not to take them.
Right. And in Chicago, you're playing on the lakefront. You need some guys that can play some damn defense.
Well, yeah. And when you say, well, we need guys who can help the quarterback, well, if they stop the other team from scoring and stand on the field, that would help the quarterback.
Yeah, you get that short field or with this hitch strategy that the new coach is bringing in, you're looking at holding teams to, short field or maybe get your special teams going again and get some punt returns or kick returns with the wide receiver you picked in the third round is running a 4.3 40. So, I like the draft.
Funny you mention that. Let me go to this guy. The wide receiver. He's got a name like Tincarius. He's got a tripped out name.
Yeah. He's out of Tennessee up there.
Yeah. All right, let me see here. He's got one of those names that screams that his mom was a high school dropout. Probably got the GED.
Don't say that.
Yeah, spell GED. You graduated. All right, but Velus. Velus Jones, fella. That's his name. Velus.
Maybe it's named after one of his ancestors in the family.
Right, who was named by the slave master.
Oh, the local pimp. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, yeah, but I'm just, All right, but he's a receiver returner with explosive speed, as you said. He was picked 71 overall. Quickness, burst. Jones should make his mark as a wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 4 and a return specialist. Man, how many return specialists do we got, though? We're loaded with return specialists, and he's out of Tennessee.
The guy we had last year, they let him go.
Oh, they didn't resign him?
Pro Bowler, no. He was on a 1-year contract. They got him in a trade from the Miami Dolphins. And then I guess he priced himself out of getting re-signed by making it to the Pro Bowl. So, they went and got somebody in the draft. And they let Cohen go. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. I guess they consider these return specialists a dime a dozen. If you're not getting Devin Hester.
I would have cut Cohen when he started running out of bounds when he was healthy. Running out of bounds on 2nd and 8. Running out after getting 6 yards when he could have toughed out the first. Run out of bounds. Still got hurt.
Yeah, that was coaching strategy apparently. Because he kept doing it.
Yeah, but remember, because they was doing it in practice and it carried over into the game.
Yeah. You get out of bounds before somebody touches
you. Yeah. But don't want nobody to get hurt.
It's fucking football, man. We need 2 yards. There's a game of inches and you're running out of bounds.
Man, it's a game of momentum and inches, and this quarterback sucks. You know what I mean? We got to get these. We got to help them all we can, right?
All we can. Yeah, that was part of the offense. Get the ball to the skilled players and let them do what they do. But they were being coached to run out of bounds.
Run out of bounds so they don't get hurt. All right, so we didn't have a 4th round pick. But we picked up Braxton Jones out of Southern Utah State with 168th pick overall.
Okay.
Braxton Jones, he's a new offensive coordinator. Luke Getsy values movement, skills, and range in his offensive lineman. The long limb Jones fits the mold with his athleticism, footwork, and body control to execute tough zone assignments. So, I was kind of surprised we didn't go after Lyman the way he talked about Lyman, ever since he got picked up. But he did get him late in the draft.
Yeah. I mean, I think the best went in the first round because you had a plethora of offensive linemen go in the first round, maybe like 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. So it was a crapshoot of what you wanted in those later rounds. And once they picked up those extra picks, hey. What do you got to lose? Bring them into camp, see who you can work with, see who you can put on the practice squad, and see who wants a job. So, I had no problem with the draft.
All right. And then in the 6th round at 203, number 25 in the 6th round, Treston Ebner out of Baylor. He's a scat, Baylor, man. They one of those funny uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bears address special teams once again with this selection. A 2-time Big 12 Special Teams Player of the Year winner. Ebner was one of the most productive returners in the last couple of seasons. I think 3 or 4 of their draft picks are return people too.
Well, I mean, you're going to have a couple guys that go into the practice squad at best.
Right.
So you can pick them up in the later rounds. If you can develop them, because this is something that I haven't heard in the last 5 years. The GM and the coach talking about developing players that weren't high draft picks. They want to develop some guys, work with them to develop. Now, that's not the mentality of your GM and your coach. It's never going to happen, as we've seen over the course of years here in Chicago.
And he ran a 4.43 40 at the combine.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't teach speed. You can't teach size. You can help them with their football IQ. But, if you got speed off of a guy or you got size, or if they already got a high football IQ, then you're working with something. Just keep coaching them up. You know, that wasn't the mentality of the Chicago Bears during the Coach N-word era. He wanted them all to come out of training camp running around like Gronk or Patrick Mahomes or Priest Holmes or Jesus Shuttlesworth or whoever the hell he needed them to be so the Bears can win a championship without putting any real effort into development.
All right, so let's move on. We're in round 7. And so the Bears had a pick there. Still had some of these low picks left. And we picked up Jatiri Carter. Let's see here. He's another one. His mom works at Wendy's. Pick up all the moms on Mother's Day.
Hey, man, they working hard.
Jatiri, and he's from White Castle, Louisiana. Maybe she worked at White Castle. A 4.9, 20-yard shuttle, 40-yard dash, 5.13. He's 311 pounds, 6'3". Yeah. I like a kid like that. You know, we had to, what the scouts say that we fired? That guy's hungry.
Yeah.
You said something.
Yeah.
He said he like him hungry and poor. Yeah. That's what he said. Yeah.
Hungry and poor. Get him out there. I mean, you know, get him out there on the NFL minimum and bring him off the practice squad. So they end up making $50,000 for the year. If they don't come back hungry and poor the next year, you cut the shit out of them.
Papa Bear Hallis jumped up in his, he was so happy to hear that, wasn't he?
No, that's a damn Bear mentality. Wait a minute, who fired this guy? He's
Man, that's the NFL mentality, boy. Hungry and poor, they'll run through a wall, boy.
Run through a wall to keep that check and keep getting that free swag and being able to walk around in their neighborhood talking about their member of the Chicago Bears / practice squad. So, yeah.
Your boy fired him with the quickness. I think he was looking to get one of his guys in anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was looking for a reason.
One of them guys from the Chiefs that can help find a bunch of fast players. Yeah.
Instead of this racist dude looking at him with the side eye ever since he's been there. Well, we don't know.
I started out in the projects and then I worked my way out as far as finding players.
He probably what project did you grow up in when he met him? You know what I'm saying?
The biggest one in White Castle, Louisiana. Get that guy.
Look, we got so Carter was a basketball star. See, I like that. We might be able to convert him to a tight end or something. You know, blocking tight end.
Yeah.
At White Castle High School in Louisiana. I gotta research White Castle High because is this where White Castle started? You know, the restaurant. I gotta Google this.
No, they eating fish and crawfish and shrimp po' boys down there. They're not making it.
They're not eating sliders. Winning the state's Class 1A Outstanding Player of the Year as a senior. That's as a hooper. Right. He started 5 of 9 games, played at left tackle for the Jaguars as a true freshman. Carter started all 13 games in 2019 and all 5 of the team's games in the shortened COVID spring season, garnering first-team All-SWAC honors. SWAC coaches voted him second-team All-League after he started all 11 games in the fall. Must not be great when all they're talking about is how many games you started.
Yeah, in the SWAC.
But at 6'3", 311, ex-basketball player, bro, I'm telling you, I'd put him in the tight end room.
Yeah.
Jumbo packages.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking for a 3-technique defensive tackle. But, they let go of a couple of those bomb tight ends that the previous regime
been holding on to.
Relished. Draft picks they wasted money on, like the Adam Shaheen, who's in Miami now. I couldn't develop him. The Cole Kmet kid is, I guess, coming around on his own, own volition, but because he wasn't developed by Nagy. Nagy wanted him running around like Kelsey. He's not Kelsey. You got to develop the kid.
Right. I was thinking he reminds me of Kelsey. No, he doesn't. All right. Was the O line ignored again, bro? I mean, I think he's going to do something in free agency too.
Well, I mean, they've been picking up players in free agency all, ever since free agency opened up. They're not big name players, but you still have the opportunity to pick up some players after cuts on June 1st.
And our line wasn't too bad, bro. We was just doing 9-step drops and calling down plays. We were able to run, you know.
I think, they picked up at least 10 offensive linemen since the end of last season. So, it's a battle of attrition. Who's hungry and poor and wants to play in the NFL?
I'm just saying, bro. They wasn't too bad last year from what I have been seeing, man.
Yeah,
pass blocking could have been a little better, but it was just dumb play calling.
Yeah, it was bad coaching strategy. They picked the two tackles they got are young guys. They got to work on technique, but one guy was hurt most of the year, and the other guy got some nasty. I think both of them got a little nasty in them. So, it's just a matter of develop them to NFL starters. They're picking up other players. So I think the O-line will be fine as long as they're running the offense to help just in time succeed. Once they got rid of Coach Denward, I think that's the focus of the team. So between those running backs, the line, the zone blocking scheme, and this super fast quarterback you got, you should be okay.
It'd be all right. So did we miss any player in the draft that stuck out at you that you're like, man, this could be another, Sean Watson?
Well, it wasn't a quarterback. The top quarterbacks that were supposedly out there, they fell out of the first round. And Pittsburgh ended up picking up one of them, and they say they picked up the wrong one.
Right, but he was right in their backyard.
Yeah, well, he's going to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say with this draft that they really missed anybody. A lot of players that were high on the draft boards a couple of years ago prior to COVID, a lot of those guys fell down. You had a lot of fifth-year seniors out there, which are a wide receiver we picked in the third round happened to be. So, hopefully he has the mental capability to help the Bears succeed in special teams and as far as, wide receiver 3 and 4.
Well, I'm going to ask you to grade this draft. And when you grade it, Ace, don't grade it on just the players. Grade it on the fact that he didn't have any first-round draft picks. Grade it on, what we got for what we had.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm going to give it, and then we'll revisit it at the end of next season.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it a B.
Which is a fair grade. I believe it's fair for the unknowns we have in the later rounds. And the guys he picked up in the second.
He's got a lot of melanin in him. You can't, you can't grade him. The GM, you can't grade him too high. But go ahead, bro. Yeah.
As far as what he's done in comparison to the last regime, I give him an A-. You're sitting here with 5 draft picks. After the nonsense that went on in the era ahead of you, and you can still end up with 11. Trading a later round pick to get a bunch of later round picks. I give him A-. Can they go down next year? Sure, it can go down. Can it go up? Sure, it can go up. You're looking at having a first round pick next year, and you're looking at having a full camaraderie of picks once you get to the draft next year. You don't have Nick Foles to trade, but you can figure out something to be effective in every round. Now that you haven't traded away your first round picks for the next 5 damn.
Well, I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll definitely give you that. He didn't just throw away draft picks, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And he was more likely. He even said the technique. Yeah, he's more likely to move down. That's how the Patriots have been doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
That's how you get next man up. You move down in the draft and you get more
acquire
picks for
talent.
it. Right.
Yeah, acquire talent. You acquire depth.
And you can keep them hungry and poor because they're not such high draft picks. You know what I mean? And you
Right.
keep them hungry and poor for the rookie contract.
So the better they do, the better you look, and the better your team excels. Yeah, because we know the Patriot way of getting rid of guys before you got to pay them,
The
or
big contract.
or their
Or they get too
skills
smart.
diminish.
Yeah, or they get too smart in the locker room that, talking back to the coaches. Right. They're not hungry and poor no more.
Coach wants to see you after the game.
You flew in on a helicopter today, you know what I mean? And you're not hungry and poor, so we're gonna get rid of you.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing personal. We love you as a player here, but good luck to you, and God bless. Now, have your agent call, see if you got a couple teams already thought up in your mind when you spewed off that nonsense last week, and we're trying to get you in one of those teams.
Yeah, because you're poisoning our young guys. They're still hungry and poor. That's the Patriot way. Yeah, we can't have them thinking all fancy like you.
Yeah. Worried about cheating. That's the Patriot way. Yeah.
You can't be a player rep. You know what I mean? We don't do that here.
We don't do that. There's no union here. Yeah. You guys are getting paid an insane amount of money to play a kid's game. And keep that mentality, and you'll be fine here. Now you start thinking about being player reps and, helping players with contracts and worry about, they're just playing with the union. Yeah, you got to go.
Yeah, and you can't have no fun here either. All right, so go ahead and with your final words as we wrap up today's shebang, bro.
As I said, shout out to the Bears management staff of not blowing the farm to pick up some picks for this year's draft, which was going to be lean for them. But I don't think there were a lot of big name players. There's some players that the pundits think they missed on, but all of those guys were hurt in previous seasons, had some kind of problem. So we've been through that with the Chicago Bears. Them picking up as many hurt players as they can find at a discount after they gave away the damn draft picks. So shout out to them in this draft. Hopefully they can put a team together of guys that are hungry and want to win now. I think the experience for them will be a problem in the next year or so. Hopefully they can, flop into the last playoff spot for their, for the NFC next year, and then build upon that as they go into another draft, and they free up about $100 million in cap space next year. So they have their choice of players that can help the team right away. We'll see. Hopefully the Bears do a good job and developing these rookies, these undrafted picks that they got plenty of, and find somebody out there that wants to play football. Because I don't believe that the best players come in the first damn 7 rounds of the draft. They scout all of them. They look at the big eyes and the fast twitch muscles, but you can't really find the heart of a player through that damn combine. So it's a matter of looking at a man, talking to him face to face, and see what he can do. I got one story I just heard. I don't know if it has been verified, but your fella Luke, Kevin Samuels, did you hear about him?
No, what happened?
Supposedly he passed away, 56 years old.
When did you hear about that?
Right before the show.
What?
Yeah. So
did they say how?
A heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah. So I did a little checking before the show started, but that'd be something to look into a little bit more.
The internet's probably going. I just typed his name and said he's dead. Controversial YouTuber Kevin Samuels passes away. Wow.
Yeah.
Unverified reports. Misogynist died at 56.
Yeah, that's his legacy.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Hold on. YouTube sensation, self-proclaimed relationship guru Kevin Samuels has passed away. Kevin Samuels, who was known for his wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Y'all got to watch out at heart health, bro. I went and bought me a
blood pressure monitor.
Yeah, today, actually yesterday, and I'm got the batteries. Yeah, man, I got to start watching. Changed up my whole diet, man. Quit smoking, so yeah, it's yeah, you got to be, yeah. Damn, well, if that's true, man, man, rest up, bro. Wow.
Yeah. Prayers out to the family. Hopefully, he doesn't get attacked by his naysayers and people didn't like him on Earth for telling his truth. But yeah, tough to hear. Especially,
I mean, if this is true, I mean, you got people on Twitter. I'm so sorry, but him being dead is extremely funny. We live in a crazy,
cruel world,
don't we?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for dropping that bomb on us. Yeah. So, my final words is: go Bears, go Bulls, go White Sox, go Cubs, and go get your money out here. And as we're doing our thing next week, Wednesday, the Self Love Show. We're currently working to get us a nice guest for the family for Wednesday. As soon as we got that finalized, we'll get a promo video out, as we always do. Next week on Mouthpiece Included, Ace, you got any hot topics? The hottest topic?
Hottest topic next week on Mouthpiece Included. Gotta be NBA playoffs, man. I was thinking about. I'm gonna watch these games the next couple of days in this Luka Larry Bird project NBA's got going on. See if it continues, because it's absolutely ridiculous that this guy can't be touched and end up with 40, 45, 50 points a game, and he's the next coming of.
Well, they're trying to protect him.
It's the playoffs. I mean, I wasn't even watching the whole game. Every foul I seen against this guy, it was a breathing foul.
Was it the kind of fouls they call for the beard that the beard used to get? Because he got a whole lot of bullshit too.
Yeah, well, he's Luke. Well, I guess Luka is too. But I don't think that the beard is a crown jewel of the NBA anymore. They really dirty him like the guy wearing the dress to the Met Gala.
Well, I'm a firm believer that all these major sports are fixed. I don't trust anything coming from the pink stink. So, but yeah, man, if we can break down Luka and the touch fouls
versus the beard's fouls. Maybe it's just, well, we know it's a new era in the NBA. How long can they sustain that product going on?
Yeah, they stopped letting the beard flop work.
Change the rules.
Flopping and kicking his foot out. Yeah.
Change the rules like a tiger.
That's why he can't score anymore. He can't get those BS calls he was getting. They're going to do the same thing to Doncic after a while. They got to build a hero and then make him a zero.
He's a worldwide hero. I don't know. We'll see.
That's what they do. We'll figure it out, though, bro.
For sure.
Hey, so whether you driving through the great city of Chicago, check your six, stay in that blind spot, watch your back, guard your grill, knuckle up, and don't forget to
Don't forget it.
And don't forget to. And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Happy Cinco.